Hello, children of the night, and welcome to Tarot Nights with the Hanged Empress. Here we do shadow work following the moon, and this week we have a Sagittarius new moon. I was reflecting on what I wanted to come up and present for our Sagittarius new moon, and I really get why in Scandinavian tradition, which most of our calendar was taken from them, that we practice now, but we're in the first stages of the new year, according to the Norse calendar, and that actually makes perfect sense when you think about it, because of the transformative nature that Scorpio season has for us, especially those of us who have been actively participating in our own growth, shadow work, lives. We really did go through some transformations. We experienced some deaths, and shit got real. Things went down, and we saw a lot of new faces attached to old faces, true faces. Some of them were kind of ugly. Some of them were not attractive, but they came out regardless from their transformation. Some of us rose as beasts. Some of us rose as better people. And how we acted and practiced during the explosiveness of the transformation, of the harsh switch up from frozen, solid, fixated Scorpio water energy into that fiery Sagittarius, it really activated something in all of us, and we started participating as new characters, as new people, after going through our chrysalis phase of Scorpio season. So it's all really very interesting. I feel like a lot of us got some new insights on how to better use our tools. Some of them utilize them as weapons. You know, you can do that. Some people didn't really learn anything at all. They weren't doing much. And you can do that too. But it's been interesting, and I think it's going to be an interesting set of reads. So let's get into it. It's going to be a bone-chilling winter, Taurus. Very cold. Tapping into your bull energy, I can just feel frozen hooves stamping on frozen ground. You can see our breath. I think we have enough meat on our bones to make it through. It's going to be a very cold winter. Chill. Don't freak out. Sorry, there's a stack that fell on the table. First one, Nine of Swords. It's perfectly stacked. I can't see what's under it. There's also lap. Hold on, Taurus. Hold on to that internal warmth and internal fire. I was holding my hands over a candle before we got into this one, and just keeping that heat inside. I felt like we should address this pretty quickly, and I think I was right. Because it's the Eight of Wands, and it's quite swift in action and movement. Change in direction, pace, that cold snap, as it were. But don't freak out. It's still got this up on here. Okay. I'm just gonna pull all of these before I start reading, because this is taking turns. So Nine of Swords progressed to the Seven of Swords, beneath which the Tower, Five of Wands, the Lovers, and the Page of Wands. I'm looking for an out. Sorry. That's what it feels like. And we're looking for an out. There's so much fear, worry, strife, struggle, strain. Theft or fear of theft, loss, destruction, disruption, arguments, fights, so much chaos, so much madness and war. But in the midst of this entire firefight lies the Lovers and the Page, coming together, back to back, defending each other, finally on the right side, on each other's side, finally working together. Maybe the crazy disruptions, eruptions, war, terror, battle, struggle, and all of this bombardment was necessary to uncover or to bring these pieces of self or actual team members together. But it's new. Like, that page is giving me like very like new old like rushing into or out of battle. I don't know. It's wise and unwise. Or it looks unwise, but it is wise. It looks passionately driven, yet tamed. I think that is the art and balance of the Lover's card, is the way that the two energies come together and find peace and growth. Oh gosh, I know. Everybody's so afraid of trauma bond. Don't trauma bond with anybody. Life is traumatic, folks. I don't know if you knew this, but you can't walk in your day-to-day without getting traumatized most times. You turn on your television and you're being traumatized, whether you realize it or not. You're trauma bonding with everybody all of the time, and you can't escape that. So, like, just recognize and bond healthily, you know? There are times where you do need to band forces and you and them against the world go through the shit and the turmoil and the craziness, and yeah, it's going to be traumatic, and yeah, it's going to forge your bond. That doesn't have to be your reasoning, purpose, or intention. It's just a part of growth, life, and the struggle that is the world. On a level, I'm not saying like discount the concept, the idea, or, you know, don't be wary of these kinds of like things, because it is utilized as a manipulation tactic. But it exists as a manipulation tactic because it is also real. Right? It wouldn't work if it wasn't an actual thing that could be manipulated into something dark and nefarious. So, coming together in the midst of all of this. And again, especially if it's like purely internal magic that you are working solo unification of self, especially if it's that, how could it not be healthy? Can you trauma bond with yourself, really? Or did you draw these lines and did you create these paths and warways? Warways? I don't know. That's a word now. Yeah, just paths of destruction. Did you not lay all of this out just so that you could, come together with yourself? Give yourself a cause and a reason, a new understanding, a new way to function. The self, to uphold the self, to master the self. And that in itself does, how many more times can I say self, reflect in your external connections. The more genuinely you connect to you, the more genuinely you can connect to others and form real bonds that are not just trauma bonds. It get deep, it got heavy, going places and stuff. I don't know if I can pull more. I feel like that might have been, I think that's where we can rest this. Whatever comes together in this time, may it meet in a space that is carved out, sacred, and protected. In whatever ways or that this means something to you. I give you this hope, this blessing, this knowledge that out of the chaos can come real connection, as long as we remember how we hold ourselves and how we carry ourselves through. It's our actions that matter. It's what we do, it's what we say. And if we are doing and acting and speaking in our best truth, then we can work it out. We can come together. Out of the chaos is born something new. Have a fantastic new moon, Taurus. We'll see you next time.